Yeah, should I have thought this through a little bit more? Absolutely. Y'all may not know this about me, but I am a big thrift store goer, if you will, a good hunting girl for gems. And let me tell you, yesterday at the thrift store, not only did I hit the jackpot with this gem right here, we also have some other things that I'm going to tell you about that I found as well. But I was looking at this box, right? She was just talking to me. I was like, that's crazy. One, I've never had an ice cream maker. Two, I've never used an ice cream maker. And three, this aesthetic is crazy. Right? You need to see the box up close. Like, look at her. Ready in 20 minutes, mama. It's bigger. Paid $6 for her, okay? Yesterday I had the privilege of finding the Big Chill at the thrift store. Now, y'all may be thinking, Clarissa, that's crazy. Why would you purchase that? It looked in good shape. And I don't know, it's $6. I felt I could risk it for the biscuit, honestly, okay? We brought her home, put her through the washing machine, aka the dishwasher, got her in the freezer. There is no handle, okay? I will say that. It did not come out perfect, but you'll see how we're going to adapt to that. I was looking up things about this device, and mama, she was manufactured in the mid 1980s. Online, it was not clear when that was, but sometime between 1983 and 1988. So she's almost 50 years old, right? Some math ain't math. Somewhere in that math. Do you think she'll work? That's what we're here today to find out. I'm going to show you how this works, how we're going to make it work, because like I said, no handle. And then we're going to try to make some cool ass ice cream today, okay? I'm so excited. I love like niche, funky, cool flavored ice creams. So that was really what intrigued me about this. This is how the Big Chill works. Okay, this is a bunch of the stuff that came in the box. This is the owner's manual. She said black and white, mama. I also looked for the year in here. It's not in here. Instructions. This is the part we're missing though. The crank. All these other parts, mama, we got them. These are the instructions. It doesn't seem that crazy, honestly. And she's held up real well. Okay, they also came with little recipes. We will not be doing this. I use these to inspire my recipes, but we're not making any of these. I think our limited warranty is probably expired, but that's fine. What also was hilarious to me is that this little baby spare parts order form came with this. So if we needed the handle, we couldn't even have got it. It just said lid assembly with paddle. So if I wanted to get a new handle, I would have had to get a whole new lid for a whopping $10. $2.50 for the shipping and handling as well. And then the last thing that came out was another instructional piece of paper to tell you how to make good ice cream in it. Okay, so that was in the box. And then all the parts except the crank handle, okay? So basically how this works is there's this plastic square cylinder, right? She's got a handle for, working it, okay? And little feet on her. Then there is the big metal cylinder that goes in this. Mama, she's freezing, okay? And I am going to put her back in there because she's tough to hold on your hands. But you put it in like so, like that. I've had mine in the freezer for like 24 hours. I got so excited I really wanted to do this yesterday, but I know with ice cream, because it's finicky, time is on your side. Okay, so it's currently 3:30 in the afternoon. We have to make we're making 2 ice creams. We have to make a bunch of different parts for them because I did not make it easy on myself. Well, one of them I did. One of them I did, the other one I did not. So the goal is while part of our one ice cream is working, we're going to make the other ice cream and get it in the freezer because we're going to churn it in here, right? And then we're going to put it in the freezer so we get nice, like, hard ice cream like at the ice cream factory. Then here's the rest of the assembly. So once you have that metal cylinder in, this is the paddle. I know she's a little discolored. I trust her though because she went through the washing machine, so I don't know. To me, that's disinfected enough. Y'all are afraid of them germs. I looked all over, up, down, left, and right of this, but some of y'all don't dust your baseboards in your house, and it shows. It really shows. But y'all are worried about my paddle? Something to think about. So then you'll put that in, and this part, this is like a thing to center it. It is cracked. They did definitely try to glue it back together, but it still fits even though it's cracked. It doesn't even matter. I tried it yesterday. So this would go in, and then this attaches in here, and then the crank will allow us to spin it. Now, our dilemma. We have no crank. What we're going to use, I'm just going to put a ratchet in there, okay? Ratchet for a ratchet setup. I think that'll work just fine. It'll fit. We can spin it. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's the Big Chill from the 1980s. She's going to get moving and grooving today. Now, you may be asking, what kind of ice cream are we going to make today, Clark? Well, let me tell you. I love funky spunky ice cream. I love ice cream. I am an ice cream girly. I tend to just really love niche ice creams. I live in DC, mama. It's popping off here with the best niche ice cream places around. And I just so happen to also live very, very close by to one that is very niche. So I was thinking something I wanted to do something real bold. I love Earl Grey stuff. Aaron doesn't so much, so we're not going to do that. But someday I'll make it for myself, okay? Today I wanted something better for the whole collective. And something that you might make at home if you have an ice cream machine. I wanted an easy recipe with a little bit of funk. And then a seasonal recipe that was really nice. Then the two of them could go together and we can make like fun little ice cream sundae. We are going to be making strawberry rhubarb ice cream. It will be a strawberry and rhubarb infused milk with a strawberry rhubarb swirl also in it. And then we are doing a buttermilk graham cracker ice cream. This one is cool because it doesn't need eggs. Most ice cream is like a custard base and you need eggs for it. This one doesn't, and that's why I wanted to do the two of these. So we'll have like buttermilk will have like a little bit of funk to it. It'll have some nice texture with the graham crackers in it, and then you'll have this like jammy sweet one, and when you put them together, it's gonna taste like if y'all ever had like a buttermilk biscuit with jam on it. That was the vision. I don't know, I was just feeling vintage. I got cute little gingham shorts on. I put these fun glasses on for y'all. We're gonna see if this works. I have no idea. We have plans if it fails. But do we have any idea what's about to happen? Absolutely not. We're in this together. We are here to learn at Clark's Tables, okay? The tables do be turning here. So we're going to start by working on the strawberry rhubarb infusion and jam. And then once those are like setting up, we'll make the buttermilk ice cream. Okay? Are you ready? This might take a few days. I honestly don't know. We're going to see together. Let's go. One of the things that we got, mama, it's rhubarb season. It's the beginning of spring, okay? This is so seasonal and wonderful. Strawberries are just coming in. Oh, mama, she needs washed. She needs a good washing. And it's just the beginning of strawberry season. So it's perfect time to be doing this. And we're going to start by washing these, chopping them up. We're going to use half to infuse milk and half to make jam. And the way I make jam is so easy. I feel like I've shared it before, but it's been a while, so we're going to go over that again. Before I start chopping, I do want to show you the other thing I got at the thrift store I think you'll like. Look at this. How cute. It's massive, right? The other thing that I thought was adorable is this is Martha Stewart Living from the year 2000. Super fun, but it has the old politics and prose tag on it. If you live in the DC area, that's like a really cool bookstore that we have around here. I've been to an event at their bookstore in Gallery Place to do a book signing, for like not to do a book signing, to attend a book signing. So I just thought that was cool. And I'm going to read through this eventually because she's dense. She's dense, mama. I just thought that was fun. Other thing we got, this gorgeous Cuisinart pot. Are you kidding? She's fine. She's going to be useful today. What else did I get? You're up on the new tripod I also got at the thrift store yesterday. I'm telling you. Right now is my time. We've been finding the best, latest, greatest things. I had a wonderful day at the thrift store. What else I get? I found a shadow box. I just got that because I use them for arts and crafts a lot, and they are not cheap. Okay? They are not. I hid it. And we went in there to look for jeans for Aaron, and then I left with all the stuff. That feels like that's always what happens to me. I go in for nothing and come out with more stuff than the people I went with. Let's start with the milk infusion one. I'm going to put the more green part. You see how this one, when you look at the cross section, it's more green and this one's more pink. This one's not going to have as much flavor as this one, so save the darker pieces for your jam. I love it when strawberries are actually red the whole way through. That's the way it should be. And I am a proponent of, if a strawberry is smaller, but it's red the whole way through, it's better. When I was growing up, we used to live really close to this pick your own strawberry farm, and my dad always had off on Thursdays. So he would take us like literally a couple times in the summertime. Like when they were in season, we would go like, I feel like every other week. It felt like a lot. Maybe it wasn't. But we would go, and he didn't know how to say no, so we would come home with like mounds of strawberries, and my mom would be like, what the fuck are we gonna do with these? We'd eat them. Maybe I don't remember correctly, and maybe we didn't, but we were definitely doing our thing with those. Let's see how much milk we got at. I don't have a cloth. Oh, mama. We've got all the heavy cream because I didn't really know how much was too much. You also should be using whole milk. I'm using what we got. I already got, there's too many milks in this house. And unlike normal, today we are going to be, look at how aesthetically pleasing this all is. Wow, this is wonderful. It never works out like this. I did pre-write these recipes because I've never free-balled ice cream bases before, so I took other ice cream base because ratios will mess this up, right? So we're going to start, since we're infusing our milk, we're going to do 2 cups of heavy cream. And these heavy creams are from different phases of my refrigerator. That's why we have so many. Wow! Alright. 2 cups of heavy cream and 1 cup of regular ass milk. We're going full dairy, okay? The lactose intolerance, take your lactate and enjoy this. She is going to get on the stove, and we're just going to, I don't want this to boil necessarily because I also want to be mindful of the milk. So we're going to get it to like a simmer, not to like a full-fledged boil. And we're going to keep it on there for like 10-15 minutes. And then while that goes, let me show you. This is my tried and true ratio for jam. I believe I learned this from Tess on TikTok. I don't know what her actual handle is. But like Levi and William William's her brother, and Levi's about to be her sister-in-law. If you know, you know. But Tess makes amazing food, and she makes jam all the time. So she's the one that I think I learned this from. But what you do, you take your food scale, okay? Food scale. You zero her out with the pan on, okay? And then we're going to do this by weight. I just find it to be the easiest thing. You always end up with the perfect ratio. It always works out, okay? So we're going to weigh our fruit, and then we are going to put however much sugar in based off of how much fruit we have acquired. Does this not look like a little lizard hand? It's like twinning. Another pro tip I'm going to tell you is keep an eye on your scale, or just be mindful of the fact that it might turn off. So if you don't keep an eye on her and you don't know how much weight was on there and it turns off, you are in big SOL. And I know because I've been there before. I've always wanted to grow rhubarb too. That will not be happening in my DC apartment, but someday. White shirt was bold today, was it not? So we totaled with 408 grams of fruit in the saucepan. Now, the way I do that is I do a 1 to, I think it's a 1 to 3 ratio. Basically, I take whatever the amount of fruit is, divide it by 3, and add that much sugar. So, Alexa, what's 408 divided by 3? So then we are going to zero this out. And we're going to add in 136 grams of cane sugar. Boom. Now, the only other thing that I'll add into this is a little bit of lemon juice. Look at this fat lemon. Wow. If you want to do like a little lemon zest, that would be fun too. But what I usually do, the lemon just adds a little bit of brightness, right? And fun chemistry fact. Lemon juice has citric acid in it, which will naturally help preserve your jam. So I just put her in there too, the whole shebang. All right, we'll get this on the stove. I'm going to get this on high heat because it needs to get kind of cranking. But we'll just keep an eye on both of them. The other milk cream mixture is just starting to heat up. So we'll also keep an eye on that. But now we're playing a little bit of a waiting game. So this milk, you can see, this is our strawberry rhubarb milk infusion. We just have like some little bubbles around the edges, letting her heat through. I think I did decide that I am going to then put this in the blender just to give it that extra infusion before I strain it. And then our jam is just slowly churning away. We really want to focus on evaporating out a lot of that water, so I'm just keeping an eye on it, letting her roll, and then eventually I'll just remove the lemon because I don't want that in there the whole time. I just wanted to add a little bit of flavor. And I'm also going to add a pinch of salt to this as well because I forgot. While we let these guys just kind of like cook away, we have a ice cream that we can make like right now, okay? So we're gonna get that started. I'm loving how those are turning out. I'm just loving it. Because we're doing a buttermilk ice cream, we're just substituting buttermilk for what we would normally do regular milk. It'll add a different kind of tang. Oh, she don't fit. Oh. So we are gonna do that same ratio. We're gonna shake this. She opened up a little, y'all. She opened up a little. Luckily, she didn't get on my white shirt. We'll call that a W. Maybe I lied. I lied. Oh, I lied very much. We're gonna let that go for now. Count them: 2 cups of buttermilk, a cup of heavy cream. I'm like just shy. Luckily, I have more. I do have more. Oh, wow. Do you see that? I opened it. There's cream on top. When you get good ingredients, Mama, they just hit different. I'm telling you. They do, they do. A little bit extra to the top. Okay. All that's left to do is to put some honey in there. I'm going to do about a half cup of honey. For weeks now, mine has been crystallized. I don't hide that from y'all. And this cold container don't fit in the microwave. Can you believe that? The jam's looking really good. It's really started to break down. The rhubarb is like very homogenized at this point, so now we're just waiting for more of the water to evaporate so that it's a much nicer, thicker texture. Just putting the honey in the microwave so it'll not be so crystallized. And then we're just gonna whisk all of that together in the measuring cup, and then we can churn it, which means I need to get the socket wrench out. I think even if your honey isn't crystallized, I do think you should heat it up a bit anyways, because our milk's going to be pretty cold. And I don't know if y'all have ever tried to put like honey into like an iced coffee, but Mama, she doesn't go. I'm going to add a pinch of salt just to bring it out a little bit. Let's get churning our first ice cream. I'm pumped. This does look weird because the biggest socket I have is too big, and the next size down is too small. So we're gonna use a tissue to fill the void. I'm so ready. All right. Cylinder and outside part locked and loaded, Mama. Oh, she's gonna squeak. She's definitely gonna squeak. And then we have this little hole right here. We can pour it in there. But let me show you how my little thing works. I may have overlapped this too much. There. We need more traction. We want her locked in, Mama. Ooh, ooh, there's something even further down. Ooh, wait. When the paddle's in, there's something even lower. Ooh. People, things are thinging. Yeah, should I have thought this through a little bit more? Absolutely. Oh, it's working. Mama, she's working. Oh, hell yeah. Can you see that? This is gonna not work. Oh, that's where the tissue went. It's not gonna work incredible, but Mama, persevere. There's sockets everywhere. And then we're going in. Okay. Lock in. We're gonna be here for a hot minute. We'll see how long this takes. But I'm feeling good so far.
One eternity later.
So it's been about 9 minutes. And while I was cranking it, I decided to actually read the instructions. And it actually says that you should turning 4 to 5. It says repeat the turning every 4 to 5 minutes. So it's saying you shouldn't turn it all the time. This is exactly what it says, okay? Immediately turn the crank clockwise 2 to 3 complete turns. Repeat the turning every 4 to 5 minutes, and in 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the quality and the recipe, you should have an excellent ice cream. Basically, I think what this does is it freezes it along the edges, and then you come through and scrape it off. So you're not actually like churning it. You're letting it freeze on the outside, scrape it. Freeze, scrape it. So that way you are like creating those frozen layers. I don't know. But one of the things that made me think about is the fact that we are going to have to refreeze the cylinder. So after we do this, we're going to have to let the cylinder refreeze, so we might not get to have the ice cream churning in here tonight. Okay, that is helping. I can see it starting to clump up on the blade over here. I figure we still have other parts of the other ice cream to prep. The milk is done infusing, the jam's done. The milk I want to blend and then strain because I think that will get more of the flavor into the milk, and I really want it to be like pungent. I love that. I still have no concept of whether this is going to be a flop or an awesome thing. We're figuring it out together, okay? Let's make some strawberry rhubarb milk cream. Another crank? I don't know. I am happy at least I don't have to be standing here cranking this thing for 10 minutes. That's what I thought it was going to be, and that was not about to be it, divas. It's definitely thickening up. That's crazy. Am I still convinced that it's going to be successful? No, but we're working with it. I think I'm going to strain this into a measuring cup because then I'm going to put it in the fridge to chill. Do you see how pink she is though? It might not be showing up on camera, but she is really pink. I love that. It's giving strawberry milk. That's just so fun. Okay, big chills, big stuck here. And the machine also, like, explicitly in the instructions says that it does not make hard churn ice cream. It's going to be more like soft serve consistency. So if you don't know, what you can do is churn it and then freeze it more to get more like a hard ice cream. That's what I planned to do from the jump, and that is still what we're going to do. So I just have one of my fine mesh strainers. We're just going to put her through, encourage her, and then I'll put this whole shebang in the fridge because this thing's got to chill down and it will freeze faster if we put it in cold. This was cold, but it wasn't that cold, so that would have helped a little bit as well. I'm just using the spoon to, this sound might be annoying, just to encourage it to go down through here. We're almost at the 30-minute mark, and we've definitely thickened up, but I wouldn't call her done. But I have sought promise in her. So I'm not disappointed. I'm not calling her a fail yet. Ice cream has been in here for 40 minutes, and this is the consistency we're at. Do you see how if you look around the edge where the blade is, how she's definitely thickened up, right? We are going to still give it some more time, but once I think it gets to a good consistency, I'm going to take the whole cylinder piece here, pick it up, cover this, and put it in the freezer to let this get extra hard. I also think that'll help refreeze the cylinder for when we finally make the strawberry rhubarb one. So that's what we're going to do. I know y'all might hate me for this, but I'm actually going to mix this in the saucepan because it's just easy and we're going to make less dishes. So the first thing we're going to do is measure out the sugar. I'm doing 130 grams of sugar. I'm going to do a little pinch of salt, and then I'm going to do 5 egg yolks. And I'm actually going to save my egg yolks and use them to make something for breakfast, or not save the egg yolks, we need those. I'm going to save the egg whites and use them for something like related to breakfast or whatever. One, 2, 3, 4, and one big honker. Look at how different colored that one is. Wild. Let's get this all put away. Keep your station clear.
Keep your station clear or I will kill you.
Then we're going to whisk this all together. She's going to be dense, but we want her to be homogeneous. I also am going to put a little vanilla bean paste. I think it'll be fun to see little vanilla bean flecks in this as well, because we're already going to have like texture from that rhubarb jam. Basically what we're going to do is then slowly add warm milk to this to temper the eggs. This is the hardest part, honestly. You'll see our milk, she's kind of steaming, right? But she's not boiling. And we're just going to do like a little bit at a time. We are trying to temper this so that way the eggs don't scramble. Because what happens a lot is it scrambles for people and then they just put it through a strainer and act like everything is fine. It's not fine. It's really not. It's weird. Don't do that. Just be really careful. Go nice and slow. Get a pretty pink whisk. I'm so sad we're going to lose our pink color to the egg yolk. The yellow's going to... Y'all ever taken color theory? The yellow's going to cancel it out and it's going to look brown. Terrible. Now that this is all incorporated, I'm going to move it onto the stove on a low heat. And we're going to get it mixed and thickened until basically it would coat the back of a spoon, right? We're trying to go for custard texture. She's been on the heat for a while. I'm just really worried about the risk of overheating her, so I'm gonna stop here. She is pretty runny though. She's still pretty runny. Okay, but I'm trusting the process. I just think that's best. And then I'm gonna put it in here, put it in the fridge to cool. And then maybe later tonight we'll churn her. We'll see. Maybe not till tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is the next day. And it is the next day mainly because I did not feel like churning this other ice cream at 10 o'clock at night last night. So I said, I'll get up. I'll do it in the morning. Let's get everything we need. I also just felt like it was good to just get this thing to refreeze more. And I'm not going to tell you what happened with the other one, okay? We're putting the results at the end, mama. Like some clickbait locked in. Let's get... She's looking gorge. This is pretty stiff. I also hate the color. But she did turn into like a pudding, which I think is a positive sign because that's basically what ice cream is. I'm a little worried our pour girth is going to be too wide, so we're pouring in over here, not through the hole. In she goes. You saw this yesterday, so I think I'm just going to keep you updated the same way. It's getting like frozen to the bottom with this one. So if we just keep up with this, we should be good. So you know how our last one, look at how much better we're looking. Do you see this? We haven't even been in here for like, I don't even think it's been 15 minutes yet. And she's giving soft serve. Okay? Look at her go with our ghetto wrench. But she's going. I'm updating you. I think this is the last update I'm going to give because y'all just need to see the final results at this point because honestly, you and I are both still waiting to figure out did this make good ice cream. And we will find out together. It's later in the day on day 2. Not that late. It's like afternoon, late afternoon. We're going to try some ice cream. Now, you saw the clip of the last one. Afterwards, I basically took it out of there. I even let it get a little thicker. I took it out. I ran the jam through it and then froze her. So hopefully by now, she's had like 5.5 hours to freeze at this point. Mama, if she's not ready, she's not ready. Boot or toot. So let's get them out. I don't know if this affects it, but one I put in glass and one I put in plastic. That was an accident. Are you ready for the reveal? Oh, okay, there's one. Mama, there's two, okay? Do you see her? They look like ice cream, right? They really do. I'm gonna give you an up close and personal of the texture of these. This one was our milk base, no eggs in here. This is the buttermilk one, and this is our strawberry rhubarb. Do you see the jam in there, Mama? I'm excited about this one. And this one was a classic ice cream base with more like a custard. Overall, am I calling the Big Chill a big W? I think maybe. The Big Chill is something. For the buttermilk one, I'm gonna say boot. Okay? I don't think it worked very well. I think it kind of made kind of like ice crystals, essentially. I didn't really love that about it. She still turned out like ice cream and churned, but because it wasn't thick from the start, because it wasn't that cold from the start, I do think we kind of set ourselves up for a little bit of failure, but then we learned. This one, on the other hand, Mama, that one right out of the Big Chill, you could have ate it. You could have swirled this in, and it would have had like soft serve texture. It would have been soft and not super hard, but it would have been delicious and great texture. I just like a harder ice cream. We wanted to do this, and I wanted them together. Overall, I'm gonna call it a W. I'm gonna keep the Big Chill and try to make other things with it, probably this summer. So I am calling the Big Chill a big W, honestly. Okay? Now we have to taste the concoctions. And you know who's going to help us out with that. Our favorite taste tester. Here's a little bit of our dilemma. We don't own an ice cream scoop. So we're going to just use regular spoons. It may add to the effect. Oh, Mama, this one?
Crystally.
Ooh, I was going to say she's like rock solid.
I think that's just from the ice in it. There's nothing.
Uh-oh. So I want to try them individually, but to me the peak is going to be them together. We have tried them coming out of the Big Chill. This one I felt like was not the best on its own. Ooh, I want to put graham crackers in it too. Will you get the graham crackers?
I ate them all.
You didn't eat them all. I know you didn't eat them all. You finished a sleeve of them. I gotta keep an eye on you.
That's definitely just because there wasn't any of the eggs in there.
Yeah, I don't really love the base, but I wanted to try some different things. This taught us a lot. And this one, oh, Mama, that's beautiful. Do you see that? Do you see that? Oh my God. The angels are singing.
The swirl that goes through the whole thing.
Oh my God. Oh man. This is my biggest success ever in life. And the color was so much more like beige with the little swirl. It leans more pink and I'm fine with that. I want to try them together. That was what I was awaiting. What do you want to try?
I'm going to try them separately.
Big spoonful. This is the best ice cream ever.
The texture difference is insane.
It is insane. This is the best ice cream texture ever. It's like soft, but it's so set, and it's like fluffy.
Yeah, I'm trying with both now.
And when you eat them together, the buttermilk cuts through it.
Oh yeah, this one's good though.
Mm-hmm. This is better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
now we know.
Look at her. It's very strawberry rhubarb. Like, you are not guessing what that flavor is. Look at how ugly. She's ugly, but she tastes beautiful. I'm so happy this worked. This was the best $6 I ever spent. Big Chill, big dub. Hell yeah. Thank y'all so much for coming along for this wild ride. Let me know what ice cream we should make next.
Give us flavor recommendations.
Yeah, because we're going to use her again. We will see you at the table next time. Bye.